over 2 years away from the Camp Nou, Barcelona returns, and they return with a game against one of their rivals, Atletico de Bilbao. It's going to be a tough game. Definitely, Bilbao never takes it easy with anyone. So let's talk about Barcelona against Atletico Bilbao. First, let's talk about the return. Does this return give a boost to these players? The familiar ground, the joy. I mean, I remember the game where Tottenham Hotspur opened their new stadium. The way the stadium was bouncing. I mean, they definitely won because the atmosphere. You can't just beat it. So, does the return to Camp Nou help them, especially considering the fact that they have just reduced? Is it reduced or they even went ahead of Real Madrid? I think.
I think
did they reduce the points gap between themselves and Real Madrid? Does it help that they are now back at Camp Nou, familiar ground?
Yeah, it definitely helps that they are back at Camp Nou because if you look at Camp Nou, it's let me say it's an history. It's an history. It's a place on its own, right? It's an history. It has a rich history. It has its players have played in it. Great players. Not only players of Barcelona have played in it. Great players of other clubs. Ronaldo, these players, they've come into this club, they come onto that pitch, and honestly, going
it's a theatre.
Going to Athletic Bilbao coming to Camp Nou over the weekend. You definitely know that Barcelona they have been. I won't say. I think one of the reasons why the second place was the fact that they didn't play against. I think they didn't play Van P. That was the match that they actually lost. Alright, but I'm not really sure anymore. But then look at it.
But they struggled without Rafinha, without Lewandowski. They struggled.
Yeah, I think it's mostly about without Lewandowski. They really struggled. I think And
Lamine Yamal himself, well, maybe because of injury. He has not replicated the level, the Lamine Yamal that we saw last season.
I think for a player of his age, he's still doing very well. Because I think just the fact that last season a whole lot of expectations were actually
second best
coming to this
season.
To coming to this season, the expectation will be higher now. Can he do more than he has been doing? But then if you look at it, for a player of his age, he's actually been fantastic. I won't say compared to last season, he has not really lived up to that expectation.
Amanda, let's talk about Marcus Rashford. Since he joined Barcelona, some people have said that they are seeing a new Marcus Rashford, or rather, the old Marcus Rashford when he first came into the scene. It looks like a reborn player. But then also, Barcelona fans have said that from what they have seen, Rashford is a better player in the number 9 position than down the left wing. That when he plays left wing, but then when he plays at number 9, he does better. Unfortunately now, Robert Lewandowski is back, so they will have to push Rashford to the flanks. But some are still saying that, look, Lewandowski is cold. Let Lewandowski be on the bench, and let Rashford start from the number 9 position. Do you agree with that?
From my own angle, I did not agree with that. Concerning the absence of Rafinha, So now Rafinha is not around, and then I believe their coach will use both of them.
You mean Lewandowski and
Lewandowski
and Rashford?
Yes,
Lewandowski as number 9.
Yes,
and Rashford
as the flank.
Yeah,
due to the absence of Rafinha.
So when Rafinha comes back now, who goes to the bench?
Yeah, when Rafinha he now decide, he's now left for
the coach. Yeah.
But from my own angle,
should go to the bench.
Yes, I would prefer Rashford getting the starting.
And the legend Lewandowski. Robert Lewandowski.
They deal with the guy. No, Lewandowski is now.
He's 37.
Yes. So I think he has achieved much in his career. So yes, now.
Is this called?
I'm not disputing that she gets, but they normally deal with their age. But for me now, from my own angle, and then it's now left for the coach to decide. But from my own angle, I believe Rashford should be given the chances.
Another part of Barcelona that worries everybody is that calamitous defense line. Paul Kobasi, Eddie Garcia, Ronald Araujo, the three of them, Yoruba call them Ikan Bekan. So this backline now, are we looking forward to another promo? I mean, but let me first start because it feels like even though Ronald Araujo, in the absence of who's the animal captain, Ter Stegen is the captain, is the captain. But I noticed that
Freddie is
also
Gavi is also.
Yeah, so I noticed that Flick doesn't really like starting Araujo. Still prefers to start Kovacic and Garcia. But let me just ask you, out of these three guys, who starts? Pick two.
I feel Flick will start Eric Garcia and Kovacic.
So Captain Araujo starts from the bench.
I think we'll start from the bench.
Do you think it's the weakest of those three?
I won't say it's the weakest of those three, but I'll say it's about the system. Look, if you look at last season when they had Martinez, they were not considering goals like this. And I feel it's been coincidental because Inigo Martinez has gone and they started conceding goals. And if you look at it, I think one of the reasons why is because Inigo Martinez was more of the leader at the back. So I think they are lacking that leadership.
But the captain of the team, isn't he supposed to be the leader at the back? I mean, how can you captain a whole team when you cannot captain the back line?
Look.
Some boys not starting.
Yeah, it's not starting. If you look at Araujo is not this type of leader that
talks.
Yeah, I won't say he's not that type of leader that talks, but he's not that guy that brings that charisma like Martinez does. Martinez is like a senior player. He was like a senior player.
Yeah, he's in the mid-30s, so he was an established player.
So if you look at it, he was one of the reasons why they were coordinated at the back. I think that was what they had lacked this season. Eric Garcia. It's not that Eric Garcia playing for your club in 2025. I'm sorry, but you shouldn't be playing for a club like
Barcelona. The sentiment for Manchester still like.
You shouldn't be playing for a club like Barcelona in 2025. You shouldn't be a starter for Barcelona in 2025. So for me, I think Eric Garcia.
Last season was unknown because this season they brought back was unknown to I think either Girona or Celta Vigo.
So I think Eric Garcia should be coming from the bench as well. And for me, I think
so. Even call Kubasi self, we call Kubasi. You know the guy says he's supposed to be the less work.
All their defense.
I think that one of this is actually affecting Kubasi right now because he's getting more mistake prone. He's now more error prone than he was last season. So I feel
it was a bit more solid last season. This season,
the fact that there is no Inigo Martinez has coincided with the fact with that fact that.
But is that line making them look worse than they actually are? Because the fact that they also have to play high line, maybe it's also making them look worse. Maybe if they were playing the normal back line, maybe they will still have looked better. I'm not saying they are top class, but at least maybe they will still have looked better. Do you think so?
They will look better. And one of the reasons why is that these guys are not fast.
So when you put the ball behind them, they can't cover. They are like Maguires.
They
are the Maguires of the.
I think the fastest among them is Ronald Araujo. I'm not really sure, right? But I think the fastest is probably Ronald Araujo or Eric Garcia. And Garcia is close to me. So I'll go with them.
Or Kubasi.
Kubasi.
And yeah, you can't play high line if you're slow because you go forward, they'll put the ball behind you, and you have to run to cover.
And I think one thing other teams have noticed from the fact that if your striker is coming in from an offside position, you must have a runner from within that would actually go to receive the ball. Because if the ball is being played in and the backup players are trying to keep the offside track of the island, but there will be one player from within that is running in to meet the ball. So your striker that is in an offside position will still be in an offside position, but then the other player that is coming to receive the ball will receive the ball, and by the time he tries to square play the ball, your striker will be back in an onside position. So I think that's what other teams have actually noticed, and they've been working on it, and some have used it to their perfection actually.
Okay, well, I think we are at the prediction stage now. Well, Maja.
From my own angle, in the Barcelona last 5 matches, they win 3. They draw 1 and they lose 1. Atletico Bilbao last 5 matches, they just only won 2.
So they are struggling.
So definitely it's a win for Barcelona.
Score
2-0.
The thing they will score more. Me, I'm seeing Rashford actually. Miro? Okay, yeah.
Well, Rashford knows like now. He's played the Camp Nou before.
Yeah, this is called a Camp Nou.
So I feel.
I remember the Europa League
Yeah,
game
yeah.
between Barcelona and Atletico.
So I feel for United, sorry, for Barcelona, Athletic Bilbao, I'm going with Barcelona one. If Bilbao haven't really, they don't really jump.
They're actually struggling this season.
They're not jumping this season, and their highest goal scorer is on 3 goals. So I'm going to Barcelona one. That's the fact. Robert Lewandowski is back. He's on 7 goals right now. The highest goal scorer. Rashford 7 assists. The highest playmaker in
La Liga.
Right now. So I just feel
Scoreline.
I'm
Stop doing politics. Scoreline.
I go with a 3-1 win over Atletico.
3-1. Well, Maja says 2-0. Fahad says 3-1. Well, what do you say? Barcelona back at Camp Nou taking on Atletico Bilbao. Let's know in the comment section.